Hello everyone and welcome back. For the final part of the session, we are going to run the technique live with the live wave. It's very interesting, the FOY wave coming up that's activating and popping, as they say in the grids. It's very, very powerful, actually. As I'm sitting here getting ready to read this technique to you, I'm watching the light shift in the room. I don't know if it's perceivable on the camera, but I'm watching like the whole light in the room shifts to like golden sparkle, and then it goes into like a pale whitish blue sparkle, and then comes back to like the normal lighting that we have in the room. So this is interesting. When I read this technique to you, that I already read through once, I'm just going to read to you directly so I can transmit the wave to you directly. They've already, let's say, activated my field in order to run this wave with the Ifia Araya Alhambra councils and also the Alanya Topia Urea councils, the Alhambra councils of the Yearly Conservatory. We'll be reading this more slowly. I read it pretty fast when we were doing the read-through. With this, I'm just going to follow the wave, and the wave is moving more slowly. So I will read in synchronization with the wave as it's coming. And the reason why we're not going to put up anything on the board right now is because we want to be able to transmit directly to you through my field, is what they're doing. And the first part of this, in step 1 of part 1, is when you need to pick up the images of the Flames of Urea images, paintings. So they're going to put them up on the screen as I begin to read step 1. And when we're done with step 1, they'll move those and then bring them back to where you're looking directly at me. And I will see where I can hold eye contact with you, but even if I can't, because I can't memorize the 37 steps, but I will read them to you, and I will be transmitting through my field and also through my eyes. I can feel them burning already, which is cool. It's not a bad burning. It's like, yes, we are live frequency wave here. So I think we will start. I will start with saying, once again, this is final KDDL3, final technique 2, FOY, flows, and flicker flames activation. And there are 6 parts as we've covered. So I will start part 1. Part 1 is called Activating First FOY Flows and the FOY Crystal Sphere. It's steps 1 through 4. It involves the FOY Rainbow Spark, the Mahadra Adrana Imprint Spark, and the FOY Crystal Sphere. So I will start with step 1, and this is where as I'm reading this, could you please put the images up? Okay, step 1. Engage gentle passages breathing with focus on your heart of Ephema. While looking at the 2 FOY images, inhale, using the inhale breath to draw the frequency from both images toward your heart of Ephema, combining the 2 images together into one FOY rainbow spark. Use the end of the inhale breath to draw the image-encrypted FOY rainbow spark into the center of your heart of Ephema. And exhale gently. Then continue slow, gentle passages breathing into your heart of Ephema to build charge. So we'll do that for a few moments. I think we can take the images down now. Pardon. Okay. Step 2. Call to mind your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark that you sent down into Earth's core Nomi seed in Technique 1. Now inhale into your heart of Ephema, using the inhale breath to grab hold of the image-encrypted FOY rainbow spark. Then exhale firmly downward, using the exhale breath to push the image-encrypted FOY rainbow spark down through your central vertical column and into your Mahadra Adrana spark in Earth's core Nomi seed. Step 3. Continue gentle passages breathing, inhaling into your heart of Ephema and exhaling downward into your FOY rainbow spark in your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed. As you breathe, observe that with each exhale breath, your FOY rainbow spark begins to grow and expand outward within Earth's core Nomi seed, from the stationary center point anchor of your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark. When your FOY rainbow spark reaches full expansion into Earth's core Nomi seed, Earth's Nomi seed releases a FOY flash burst that activates the beginning first FOY flows currents within your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark. Step 4. Continue gentle passages breathing with your heart of between your heart of Ephema and your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed, focusing attention on your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark. As your breathing continues, notice that a tiny rainbow FOY crystal sphere forms within the center of your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark. Your FOY crystal sphere is your primary FOY activation tool for FOY flows activation in your plasma body chismatic templates and light crystal body physical body chelantic templates. It is also the key to your personal magic window to the Urlay Conservatory of the FE consciousness field. Your first FOY flows and personal FOY crystal sphere are now activated within your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark, enabling you to proceed to Part 2, Plasma Body Chismatic FOY Flows Activation. Part 2, Plasma Body Chismatic FOY Flows Activation, Steps 5 through 10. Involves the FOY crystal sphere, the heart of Ephema, and heart of Ephema FOY synchronized passages breathing. Step 5. With attention on your tiny rainbow FOY crystal sphere in your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark center within Earth's core Nomi seed, inhale into your FOY crystal sphere, using the inhale breath to grab hold of the FOY crystal sphere. Hold for a moment at the top of the inhale. Step 6. Next, top up the inhale using the top up inhale breath to draw your FOY crystal sphere upward through your central vertical column and into the center of your heart of Ephema. Step 7. Exhale gently into your heart of Ephema, using the exhale breath to release your FOY crystal sphere into your heart of Ephema. Step 8. Begin gentle passages breathing into and out of your FOY crystal sphere in your heart of Ephema. As you breathe, sense and observe the felt presence of your FOY crystal sphere. Feel your FOY crystal sphere as a point of lightness and least density, as if a magic window to the Urlay Conservatory has now opened within the center of your heart of Ephema. Let's do the gentle passages breathing for a bit into the FOY crystal sphere at the heart of Ephema. Step 9. Continue gentle passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere in your heart of Ephema, and notice that your FOY crystal sphere begins to gently pulse like a slow heartbeat. Sense this slow pulse rhythm of your FOY crystal sphere and synchronize the breathing rhythm and the expansion, exhale, and contraction, inhale of your passages to the FOY crystal sphere slow pulse. So let's do that for a little bit. Feel the pulse of your FOY crystal sphere in your heart of a femur. Try to feel that rhythm. And then try to synchronize your passages breathing with that rhythm. Step 10. Continue gentle FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere in your heart of Ephema, and notice that on each exhale pulse, your FOY crystal sphere releases a gentle FOY starburst of luminescent rainbow vapor light, which spreads outward in all directions from your heart of Ephema into the entirety of your plasma body, then continues outward spread to fill the space and room around your physical body. Feel the FOY starburst release from the FOY crystal sphere at the heart of Ephema on each exhale. Sense the least density lightness and pristine pure healing qualities of the rainbow vapor light FOY starbursts as they gently pulse release, expand, and outward spread through and beyond your plasma body and physical body on each exhale breath passage's expansion. Your plasma body and schismatic templates are now activated to run the first FOY flows currents from Earth's planetary core Nomi seed, enabling you to proceed to part 3, light crystal body chelantic FOY flows activation. We're going to take just a moment here. We're not going to break. We're just going to do passages breathing from the heart of Ephema for a few moments. Pardon me. The frequencies kick up the coughing sometimes. All right. Now, part 3. Light crystal body chelantic FOY flows activation. Steps 11 through 15 involves the FOY crystal sphere, the Azure, chakra 14, the personal Trantian window, and the Adrana density lock 4 upper. Step 11. With attention on your tiny rainbow FOY crystal sphere in your heart of Ephema, return to FOY synchronized passages breathing for a few moments. Now inhale into your FOY crystal sphere, using the inhale breath to grab hold of the FOY crystal sphere. Hold for a moment at the top of the inhale at the heart of Ephema. Step 12. Holding your FOY crystal sphere firmly with the inhale contraction. Next, exhale firmly upward, using the exhale breath to firmly push your FOY crystal sphere from your heart of Ephema upward through your central vertical column and into your Azure. Hold breath at the bottom of the exhale for a moment as your FOY crystal sphere settles into its new Azurite position. Notice that a tiny FOY spark still remains in your heart of Ephema after your FOY crystal sphere has been repositioned to the Azure. The Azure density lock 2 is part of your light crystal body anatomy and external chelantic templates. Step 13. Now inhale deeply and firmly into the center point of your FOY crystal sphere in your Azure, using the inhale breath to momentarily squeeze the FOY crystal sphere. Hold breath at the top of the inhale for a moment, continuing to squeeze your FOY crystal sphere in your Azure. Step 14. Now exhale forcefully from within your FOY crystal sphere at the Azure, using the exhale breath to push a powerful FOY starburst spark of luminescent rainbow light upward from your FOY crystal sphere at the Azure, through your central vertical column and into chakra 14, 36 inches above your head, 3 feet. Return to gentle, slow FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at the Azure. Step 15. Continue gentle FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at the Azure. Notice that on each exhale pulse, your FOY crystal sphere releases a gentle FOY starburst of luminescent rainbow vapor light from your Azure outward in all directions into the Merkabic vortex and radio body structures and 15-dimensional auric field levels of your light crystal body anatomy, which surround and permeate your physical elemental atomic body. The luminescent spark. Sense the least density lightness and pristine pure healing qualities of the rainbow vapor light FOY starbursts as they gently pulse release, expand and outward spread through and beyond your light crystal body and physical body on each exhale breath passage's expansion. Your light crystal body and chelantic templates are now activated to run the first FOY flows currents from Earth's planetary core Nomi seed, enabling you to proceed to Part 4, Elemental Atomic Physical Body Chelantic FOY Flows Activation. Pardon. Part 4, Elemental Atomic Physical Body Chelantic FOY Flows Activation. Steps 16 through 22 involves the FOY crystal sphere, the pineal gland, the etheric duct and crystal seal's 15 chakra systems, and the Adrena triangulation. Step 16. With attention on your FOY crystal sphere in your Azure, continue FOY synchronized passages breathing through the Azure for a few moments. Now inhale into your FOY crystal sphere, using the inhale breath to grab hold of the FOY crystal sphere. Hold for a moment at the top of the inhale at the Azure. Step 17. Holding your FOY crystal sphere firmly with the inhale contraction. Next, exhale firmly upward, using the exhale breath to firmly push your FOY crystal sphere from your Azure upward through your central vertical column and into your pineal gland in your brain center. Hold breath at the bottom of the exhale for a moment as your FOY crystal sphere settles into its new pineal gland position. Notice that a tiny FOY spark still remains in your Azure after the FOY crystal sphere has been repositioned to the pineal gland. The pineal gland is part of your physical body anatomy and external chelantic templates that interfaces directly with the etheric duct system of your light crystal body anatomy via the Adrena triangulation in the brain. A few gentle passages breathing through the pineal. Step 18. Now inhale deeply and firmly into the center point of your FOY crystal sphere in your pineal gland, using the inhale breath to momentarily squeeze the FOY crystal sphere. Hold breath at the top of the inhale for a moment, continuing to squeeze your FOY crystal sphere in your pineal. Step 19. Now exhale forcefully from within your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal, using the exhale breath to push a powerful FOY starburst spark of luminescent rainbow vapor light downward from your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal, down to your central vertical column, and into your etheric duct 2 in the tip of your tailbone at the coccyx, the base of your spine. Return to gentle, slow, FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal gland. Step 20. Continue gentle FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal gland. Observe that etheric duct 2 in the tailbone tip coccyx now sends a chelantic backflow spark upward through your central vertical column and into your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal. Notice that as your FOY crystal sphere receives the chelantic backflow spark, a momentary rainbow plasma burst gently pops within the pineal gland. You may or may not feel this pineal pop sensation. And just continue the FOY synchronized breathing through the pineal for a moment, and they're going to move a transmission through that will assist with the plasma burst pop within the pineal. Step 21. Continue gentle FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal gland. When the rainbow plasma burst pineal pop occurs, the pineal gland then FOY sparks the adrena triangulation within the brain into activation. Sense a series of rapid electrical vibrations within your brain center as your adrena triangulation engages FOY flows activation. And here, let's just do a few more rounds of FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal. Try to sense those little electrical vibrations within the adrena triangulation in your brain center. Step 22. Continue gentle FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at the pineal gland. Notice that on each exhale pulse, your FOY crystal sphere releases a gentle FOY starburst of luminescent rainbow vapor light from your pineal gland outward in all directions into the etheric duct system and crystal seals 15 chakra system of your light crystal body and the electro-biochemical elemental atomic systems of your physical body. Sense the pure healing qualities of the rainbow vapor light FOY starbursts as they gently pulse, release, expand, and outward spread through and beyond your light crystal body and physical body on each exhale breath passage's expansion. Pardon. Part 5. Magic window activation. Physical body chelantic FOY flows activation. Steps 23 through 30 involves the FOY crystal sphere, the chakra 14 Trantian magic window activation, and the Mahadra Adrena imprint spark. Step 23. With attention on your FOY crystal sphere in your pineal gland, continue FOY synchronized passages breathing through the pineal gland for a few moments. Now inhale into your FOY crystal sphere, using the inhale breath to grab hold of the FOY crystal sphere. Hold for a moment at the top of the inhale at the pineal gland. Step 24. Holding your FOY crystal sphere firmly with the inhale contraction. Next, exhale firmly upward, using the exhale breath to firmly push your FOY crystal sphere from your pineal gland upward through your central vertical column and into your chakra 14, 36 inches above your head. Hold breath at the bottom of the exhale for a moment as your FOY crystal sphere settles into its new chakra 14 position. Notice that a tiny FOY spark still remains in your pineal gland after your FOY crystal sphere has been repositioned to chakra 14. Your chakra 14 is the location of your dormant personal Trantian window within your chismatic plasma templates. Step 25. Now inhale deeply into the center point of your FOY crystal sphere in chakra 14 and begin gentle FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere at chakra 14. As you breathe, notice that a pale image of a blue diamond, a square turned on point, is emerging within chakra 14, surrounding your FOY crystal sphere. Observe that the image gets stronger and brighter with each exhale breath. This blue diamond image coming into view surrounding your FOY crystal sphere in chakra 14 is your dormant personal Trantian window, your magic window to the Urla Conservatory. Activating your Trantian magic window. Step 26. Inhale deeply and firmly into the center point of your FOY crystal sphere within your Trantian magic window in chakra 14, using the inhale breath to momentarily squeeze the FOY crystal sphere. Hold breath at the top of the inhale for a moment, continuing to squeeze your FOY crystal sphere. Step 27. Now exhale forcefully from within your FOY crystal sphere in chakra 14, using the exhale breath to push a powerful FOY starburst spark of luminescent rainbow vapor light outward from your FOY crystal sphere, out into the blue diamond image of your Trantian magic window surrounding your FOY crystal sphere. Return to gentle, slow FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere within your Trantian magic window in chakra 14. Observe that the blue diamond image of your magic window briefly flashes on as a bright rainbow FOY diamond image, then returns to its resting spectra of the blue diamond image. So we're going to breathe for a few more times to energize that until you get that flash where your blue diamond flashes into a rainbow diamond momentarily. So just breathing through the FOY crystal sphere in chakra 14. And every exhale energizes the blue diamond. And there'll be a flash point where it just briefly goes rainbow. And give everyone a moment of gentle breathing for that to occur. All right, now step 28. To complete activation of your personal Trantian magic window in chakra 14, inhale into your FOY crystal sphere in the center of your magic window, using the inhale breath to grab hold of your FOY crystal sphere. Hold for a moment at the top of the inhale at chakra 14. Step 29. Holding your FOY crystal sphere firmly with the inhale contraction. Next, exhale forcefully downward, using the exhale breath to firmly push your FOY crystal sphere from your chakra 14 magic window all the way down through your central vertical column and into your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seat. Return to gentle, slow FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere within your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seat. Your personal Trantian magic window is now activated and waiting to be opened in part 6. Part 6. Magic window opening and ephemeral body FOY flicker flames activation. Steps 31 through 37. Involves the FOY crystal sphere, the Trantian magic window opening, and the FOY flicker flames and the 8 final breaths. Step 31. With attention on your FOY crystal sphere within your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark and Earth's core Nomi seed, continue FOY synchronized passages breathing through the Mahadra Adrana imprint spark for a few moments. Now inhale into your FOY crystal sphere, using the inhale breath to grab hold of your FOY crystal sphere. Hold for a moment at the top of the inhale at the Mahadra Adrana imprint spark. Step 32. Holding your FOY crystal sphere firmly with the inhale contraction. Next, exhale firmly upward, using the exhale breath to firmly push your FOY crystal sphere from your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed upward through your central vertical column and into your heart of Ephema. Hold breath at the bottom of the exhale for a moment as your FOY crystal sphere settles into its new heart of Ephema position. Step 33. Next, inhale into your FOY crystal sphere in your heart of Ephema. Again, using the inhale breath to grab hold of your FOY crystal sphere. Hold for a moment at the top of the inhale in the heart of Ephema. Step 34. Holding your FOY crystal sphere firmly with the inhale contraction. Next, exhale forcefully upward, using the exhale breath to firmly push your FOY crystal sphere from your heart of Ephema all the way upward through your central vertical column and into the center of your personal Trentian magic window blue diamond image in chakra 14. Return to gentle, slow FOY synchronized breathing through your FOY crystal sphere in your magic window at chakra 14. Observe that the blue diamond image of your magic window again briefly flashes on as a bright rainbow FOY diamond image, then returns to its resting spectra of the blue diamond image. Step 36. Holding your FOY crystal sphere firmly with the inhale contraction. Next, exhale forcefully downward, using the exhale breath to firmly push your FOY crystal sphere from your chakra 14 magic window all the way down through your central vertical column and back to your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed. All the way down. Then return to gentle, slow FOY synchronized passages breathing through your FOY crystal sphere within your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed. Your personal Trentian magic window is now open to engage FOY flicker flames activation. Now I'm going to read this and then we're going to put up the image just for a reminder of where the breaths are. I'm not going to use the pointer here. I'm going to focus on bringing the frequency directly to you, but I think you can see this in the, so you can look at that. And the 8 breaths run down the side over there where the little blue dots are. Okay, so activating your ephemeral body FOY flicker flames and embodied first FOY flow currents. Step 37. To complete activation of your ephemeral body FOY flicker flames, complete 8 final gentle, slow FOY synchronized passages breaths through your FOY crystal sphere within your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed. Each of the 8 final FOY synchronized passages breaths corresponds to a specific placement location within your ephemeral body anatomy. On the exhale of each of the 8 final breaths, send a small FOY spark through your central vertical column into its corresponding location. The 8 breath FOY spark breath location correspondences are as follows. It says, while completing the 8 final gentle, slow, FOY synchronized passages breaths from your FOY crystal sphere in your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's Nomi seed, on the exhale of each of the 8 final breaths, send a small FOY spark, just the spark, through your central vertical column to its corresponding location. So we'll do the breaths together. Breath 1 will take us to, we'll exhale a spark up into chakra 14, the Trantian magic window. So let's do breath 1. Inhale into your FOY crystal sphere in Earth's core, Nomi seed. And exhale a spark up from that, all the way up to chakra 14, your Trantian window. Inhale again, down in Earth core. Exhale up a spark to chakra 12A, 24 inches above your physical head. Inhale, breath 3. Exhale, FOY spark up to chakra 11, 18 inches above your head. Inhale, breath 4. Exhale, FOY spark up to chakra 10, 6 inches above your physical head. Inhale, breath 5. Exhale, FOY spark to the pineal gland in the center of your brain. Inhale, breath 6. Exhale, a FOY spark to your Azure, density lock 2. Inhale, breath 7. Exhale, a FOY spark into your heart of Ephema point. And inhale, breath 8. And exhale, a FOY spark into your Maharic shield, 12 inches below your feet. Now return to gentle passages, synchronized passages, breathing through the earth's core, through your FOY crystal sphere, in your Mahadra Adrana imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed. And we're going to do that for a few minutes. And while we're doing that, the guardians are going to transmit direct wave to you through the camera. They're showing me what to do. Sorry. Ooh, frequency coming in. Okay. They're creating a sphere of energy that they're handing to me. Saying, put it over my heart of Ephema and push. It's interesting. you probably can't see it on camera, but I'm seeing with my inner vision, it looks like rainbow sparkle rain coming down through the whole room. So if you get any of that effect that's connected to this technique, even if after you go to sleep or whatever, if you dream it or if you wake up and that's the first thing you see before your eyes clear when, as you're waking up, that if you see that kind of like rainbow rain effect, sparkly rainbow rain, that is in relation to this energy that they just sent, the FOY energy they just sent your way. If you don't see it, that's okay too. It will be there, but some people will be more sensitive to seeing it, earlier than others. So that is final technique 2. It is the preparation for final technique 3, which I do believe we will be delivering through the activations that are taking place at the end of May in the Hitaro. So that's when we will be doing our next workshop sessions for KDDL3. In the meantime, there's a lot of graphology that they still have me working on, because technically we're still on the prologue for session 2. And yes, we have session 2 and 3 and 4 that come after that, or somewhere in between. They haven't showed me where they're going to sequence them. But the next technique is what they're going to have me working on, and that is the one where we get the Blue Lotus Sphere Future Tether line activation. And this is the beginning part where we needed to finish this activation in order to get our transient window open, and also to get our FOY crystal sphere in our Mahadra Ajna imprint spark in Earth's core Nomi seed. That's the beginning of being able to anchor the future tethered line, which basically is the only way to connect with the sphere of Amente race morphogenic field ever since the transitions that have happened since 2012 moving forward. So, sorry. When the techniques run, sometimes it messes with especially my eyes, my throat, and my ears. But at least this time we didn't get the yawn wave, because in a lot of the earlier sessions, everybody in the room here would get this crazy yawn wave that was just like crazy yawns. You couldn't stop them, and then ears would like plug up as if you had water in them, and eyes would tear and sinuses would block, and that was all the body reacting to the frequencies coming in. Fortunately, we didn't have that tonight. All I've had is a little bit of clearing of the throat, and that partially might be due to, I'll just share this little tidbit with you, that on Friday I did something that I don't usually do. For breakfast at the house, there was some pineapple, chunked pineapple cut up from the deli. And I love pineapple, and I've had like 3 or 4 pieces, little chunks of pineapple before in my life, no problem. Well, I had a little bowl of it this time, and within about 20 minutes, my entire throat swelled up, my whole mouth swelled up. My glands under here looked like eggs, like huge eggs. And I had an allergic reaction to the pineapple. And it took 3 days for all of that to go down. So I'm still clearing a little bit of that besides the cold that I had before. So I just wanted to share that little kind of silly thing with you. That's probably the tail end of it. Normally, if I don't have a cold and I'm not having an allergic reaction to something, I can usually get through a technique without coughing. So I hope you've enjoyed this technique. This is, when you watch this, and even if you haven't watched it live, if you're watching it on playback, it is still strong frequency coming through. And this will be cumulative. Once you have these things open, you're in the Earth Core Nomi seed, your FOY crystal sphere will begin communicating through your central vertical column with your transient window. So there will be a progressive synchronization of activations where you have Earth's core Nomi seed communicating to your FOY crystal sphere inside of it. And that will send that synchronization wave up into your transient window, which is getting your whole system, both the chelantic level of your anatomy and the physical level, and the plasma level of your anatomy, synchronized with the activation waves that are taking place in Earth's core Nomi seed. So it is the next step in Earth Sync, synchronizing your personal plasma templates with the planetary plasma templates and time waves. So this is the end of this session, and I look forward to seeing you soon. As far as I know, it will be like the end of May for the ethereal period, that we'll be back with more presentation material that explains what the third technique, final technique 3, is going to be. And they put these in as prologue before session 2, before we got into what are just the technicals that explain all of the things like your lake conservatory and all of that. Because all of that information is very important. It is very technical, but this is the stuff that's most important because it's helping us to earth sync. The techniques are what's most important, and it's been so long since we've been able to run them because there was a buffer block because of the trumpet pulses running, where it would have been dangerous, to try to run them. It would have affected our light bodies and, contributed to dark flowering, so they just shut that down. That's why we only had very small techniques that we could use. This is the first time in several years, since 2016, that we've been able to actually begin the process of opening those conduits fully again between the plasma body and the light body and the Earth's core. And it is exciting for me because finally we're going to be able to, and I'm not sure if they're doing this in technique, final technique 3 or not, but finally we're going to be able to go through the crystal caverns, transposition platform 1 that we've been talking about for years, we have not been able to access because of the trumpet pulses. We will be able to do that soon, potentially in May. I'm not sure. They haven't told me yet, either May or August. So there's a lot to look forward to. We also have a lot of other projects that we are working on to bring to you before too long. So I hope you've enjoyed this session, and thank you for being with us. It is always a privilege and a pleasure to share the Guardians' work with you. And have a wonderful day, and see you in May.